Okay, 6:30. Can we rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome to our first regularly scheduled meeting for January 9th, 2024. And with the changing of elected officials, we have a swearing-in ceremony. So we would like Mrs. McDonald, who's going to swear in her son, Nate.
Okay, repeat after me. I, Nate McDonald, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I, Nate McDonald, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of trustee of Munson Township, Geauga County, State of Ohio,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of Munson Township trustee, Geauga County, State of Ohio,
during my continuance in office.
during my continuance in office.
Nate, you should invite your mom, dad,
Now you gotta come up.
Now you gotta go there.
You know you use your phone?
Sandy's at home because we had to pick up Moses. That's why I got here late. That's why
Gary, come on.
But I didn't know what was going on. I had to
Come
accident. We didn't have
on.
to.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, she's still.
There we go.
I know.
Make sure y'all say cheese, you know?
Oh, you said trustee.
Thank you.
You get it? Thank you, one more.
Just while I have a chance, I do want to say thank you to everyone for your support, and I'm excited to get started. I've already made a few mistakes, so we're right in the swing of things.
He'll fit
Thanks a
right
lot.
in.
As presented, remember.
Okay, we have signed the warrants. I will open up the meeting. Is there any public comment? Okay, seeing none.
What's the date on our minutes? I'll make a motion.
The 26th,
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of December 26th as presented.
second?
Yes.
Yes.
Abstain.
Okay, Chief Eddie?
Chairman, board, thank you for the time here. We had a Munson Fire Board meeting the other night. Talked about the tanker. That should be all transitioned and turned over by February 1st. Trustee Bushman's working on that with me. The board okayed the audit. I believe the chairman has all the paperwork for that. As far as stats, I submitted and gave to you December's run report, if you want to call it that. If you look at the front, we had 131 calls. There's a little breakdown of what those are exactly. But on the second page, you're going to see some other stats: fire and EMS, 29 fire incidents, 102 EMS incidents, making 131 for the month. Very minimal fire loss, $600 in fire loss. Pre-incident values of about $250,000. So overlapping calls is kind of interesting. We had 17 of those. The percentage at this point for the month of December was down. It was roughly 12.98%. Normally we don't have one call until we have multiple calls going on at once, and that's why we need to continue with the staffing of at least 4, so we can handle 2 calls at once. Average turnout for the calls for arriving on scene between fire and EMS, average is 6.2. And when we look at average out the door with the EMS, it's 1.24. When I get you the 2023 annual report, you see that basically the numbers are the same. They're very similar. They might be off somewhere in the vicinity of about 10 seconds. I'm currently working on that 2023 annual report. If I was to look here, in 2022 we had a 17% of those overlapping calls or multiple calls. 2021 was 17%. So what it tries to recognize are some of the trends within the township and where we're at, where we're going, call volume, if there was an increase from last year to this year, or any kind of differences, law of averages, highs and lows, things of that nature. We did respond to a slight decrease in emergencies last year compared to the year before. It should have been just under 1,600. So I'll have all those figures for you within the next month in our 2023 annual report and make that available. One other thing that I want to sort of recognize is Caleb Ferroni. He's our battalion chief there on A shift. We received a donation from UH Geauga. This donation is a new ventilator. You can put it up here on the desk, Caleb. He's going to explain it a little bit and tell you about
just for
what
comparison, this is
Yeah.
what we were using before. This is an air pneumatic ventilator for patients who are not breathing themselves. It was used oxygen to power the unit. The one that University Hospitals gifted us 2 of these. They're valued at about $7,000 a piece. They've been happy with the way we've been performing and the professionalism the EMS crews are performing at. So they gave us these. These are pretty amazing ventilators that a lot of hospital systems, like Heather Hill, if you want to call it that, is envious of because it works so well. It's got a brain, like we call it, so it'll actually initiate breaths, it'll assist with breaths, as opposed to the old one that was just start and go. So the fact they gave us 2 is pretty phenomenal. So we thank them for that, and we'll continue to work with them and do the best we can for our residents.
Hold on.
Caleb, stay there, since Ann's not here, and Glenn didn't get up quick enough.
I don't have Pete's phone.
Oh, Pete, come on. This
But
is
if
a
anybody
team
wants
effort,
to,
Pete, if you didn't know.
If anybody wants to see it or know more about it, I'm happy to tell you. So
just a couple things with it. He said it was about 7,000. Our old ones were 3,000. We used to utilize the seatbelt EMS money to replace those, buy them, and perform maintenance on them. But we upgraded our ventilators for no cost to the department, no cost to the township. They had them in stock due to COVID, and due to overstock, they donated them to us. So.
Very good. Chief, I got one question, just because, to let you know, I was paying attention. On this thing, you said 1.24, it's actually 1 minute and 24 seconds, correct?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not,
yeah.
it's a time, not a percent.
Correct,
Not a
correct,
decimal.
I'm sorry.
Well, and I wanted to I noticed that the first time that I read this, because just to clarify, because I think it's remarkable, it means you guys are getting out, you're getting you're getting out the doors in less than a minute and a half.
correct. Unfortunately, that also includes sleep to out the door, so that's why that's as low as it is. If it was during the day and we're already awake, it would be in the 30 seconds probably, but that includes at night when generally you have to wake up, and if you're older, like some of our guys, do a few things before you go.
Yeah, well, I don't think I could get out the door in a minute and a half.
So-
under any circumstances.
So as BC Ferroni said, law of averages, okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes it might be 20 seconds, sometimes it might be 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You might wake up in the middle of the night, you might put your clothes on, you might have to, do something else and then go. Part of the reason by the quick response time is we have multiple TV screens throughout the station. That has to integrate with our CAD. That's Spillman, that's connected to the sheriff's office. The call will come up there before it's paged. They see it and they're already going to the squad. Those numbers are when they actually physically call on the radio. There's times where they're already down the road
Yeah, well,
before the radio transmission's going through, or they're getting toned or called out. If you sit here on our fire response, because of 7 department notification, 21 personnel showing up and 14,000 gallons of water, they already have their gear on and they're kind of moving, because each department gets toned and it's a series. The first department is Munson, so you know it's yours. So you put your gear on and you get in the vehicle. By the time they get done and tell you where you're going, it's already a little bit into it, so.
But no, thank you for saying so. It's something we strive to make better every year, and I think that we've done pretty good at cutting some of the time down, so.
Yeah, I thought it was remarkable. I like.
Now, if we could elevate us out of the bottom of a hill, we'd get there faster.
And then one other thing to note on the fire department, I know that some of the trustees were going down to the OTA conferences, and we'll be looking for some resource health information on the fire department, so just to note that.
Welcome back, chief.
Thank you.
Mr. Walker?
Good evening. The only thing we're asking for tonight is the permission to send a grant money truck to disposal.
Please. Please.
But it's changed from the original one. It's not the company that was going by it, it's just a regular scrapyard, right?
Correct. The other company backed out for unknown reason. The salesman that actually gave us the bid had left and took all his paperwork, so they had no idea what was going on. So we sent all our paperwork down to them, and they come back and said, no, that's not what we do, or what we wanted down here. We don't know why he would have bought that truck. So
You got some paperwork to go with it?
Uh,
We got a name, what do we gotta do?
there will be, when we get the EPA's,
EPA's gotta bless who gets it.
we
So-
gotta send the pictures and everything and
All right.
information to them, and then they,
You got a hole in the engine, you start cutting it up, so we're just waiting for paperwork?
yeah,
Okay, so nothing to do yet?
nothing yet.
Okay.
Okay, under township business, Paula has requested that we get her upgraded so that she can get township emails from home.
I thought we wanted a laptop so she could take it home.
No, we reappropriated
Yeah.
an old laptop that was replaced by
Yeah,
Jim, I
Yep.
think from Hangzhou.
yeah, Jim's old one, and right now that is not working, so we need to upgrade her laptop so she can get remote access from home.
Well, remote access or check her emails, big
Well,
difference.
check her emails.
Okay, so what are we gonna do?
We're going to get a quote, she just wanted permission to be able to go get the quote, to be able to get that price, so we can get that done.
Okay. Cause all my ladies in the office, they can work from home, remote access, they can access everything.
Right.
They can do payroll from home. So I just wanna make an idea what she wants to do.
Okay.
I think that's what I talked to her about this. I believe that's what she wants to
It's
do.
just not checking emails.
And she said that she did check with our technology,
Right.
our IT people, and they said they could set it up with security, with everything that she would need.
Okay. Does she
Plus
have
with the
dual?
cemetery work.
Okay.
She's gonna say-
That makes sense. So, does she have dual authenticity?
Authentication.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That's going to be set up with that, with the
That we should
technology
check on
company.
too.
With the technology company, we'll set that up.
I asked the same question about, can we guarantee security for this? And she said that
Yeah,
she had talked to the IT people about that.
yeah,
They
streamline
had said
that.
yes.
Okay, so that was just informational for now.
Yep.
Okay.
We need to have a motion to waive the liquor permit hearing for the Basil Place. Just,
I'll make the motion and we'll talk.
Yep.
So moved?
Second.
discussion?
Yeah. So I'm assuming you
Yeah,
got a hold of them.
yeah,
and
I've
talked
talked to, Susan, at the prosecutor's office, I talked to Basil Place. Basil Place business plan has changed, so they will not allow any events that will go past 11 o'clock. And then talking to Susan, the liquor permit that they're applying for, there is no other liquor permit that would meet their needs, that would restrict the time. So this is the one that they're able to apply for.
I don't know if you were brought up to speed, but it was, we wanted to shorten the hours, but we can't. There's no law, so.
Yeah.
There's no other permit.
I trust them, I feel comfortable with Basil Place, it's what happens 20 years down the road, but we can't worry about that right now. And they still have liquor today, it's just they're responsible, so it's actually, I was good with it too, so.
And so when you said no events past 11 PM, that's based on their commitment to,
It's in their business plan that that their events shut off at 11 o'clock. But the thing is, you know, I think everybody here probably knows, when they say last call, you could go up there and get 6 drinks and sit there for an hour and a half, but they will not serve alcohol past 11 o'clock.
She wants to be very cooperative, and she'll give everybody her cell phone, but, you know, it is what it is, so, yes. I vote yes.
Yes,
yes,
Who seconded?
I did.
Okay, that's what I thought.
okay, we did the sheriff's contract already, so we can go for that. And then the next one is to give Paul the authority to apply for the Go Green grant,
How much is it for?
$3,500.
It's just right now, just to get money, and just to
Well,
apply for it?
you apply for it, you get money. The project they're thinking about is more of these recyclable trash cans, but there's other things that we can do, so it's just really to apply for it.
To get it started? I'd like to see us do some more picnic tables. Can we do?
Picnic tables is a separate thing, that, it's only $3,500. Those recyclable picnic tables,
$1,100 or something.
yeah, that won't even cost, the ones that we have equivalent of, it's about $1,500 a piece.
So are we committing to that now, or are we committing to the 3,500?
I do believe we are committing to this right now.
I was at Nero Park, and I felt like, first of all, I thought, you know, it's a very nice place to walk with the full loop and everything. And but it did seem to me like there aren't enough picnic tables there. So I don't know, you know, I don't have the background on the prices of this kind of thing. And what is so as far as the trash cans go, where would we put those?
I think the plan is that we put like by some of the ball fields, because the people don't write it down. One of the pavilions down at like Scenic River, things like that. So there's areas in the township where we can use those.
These are $575 each also.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
They ain't cheap. I don't know if you saw that.
These are made with.
Hollywood, yes.
Hollywood.
And that's an aspect of the grant, right? Is
Yes.
that where Go Green is they're gonna provide recycled materials
That's
products.
correct.
And so the tables are like that too.
Yes.
And they're just these same tables that are out here?
No, we only
Like
have,
Scenic,
we only have
Let's see.
right?
2 of them here.
2 of them here, that's all that we have.
Shoot, I guess I'm not crazy about getting more trash cans that somebody's gonna have to empty, because it's not like Waste Management taking a tote and dumping it.
Yeah, but the problem is if you don't give them to it, they'll throw it on the ground. So, I mean, I don't know how many
I guess
bags
that's-
of garbage I've picked off of the back of these ball fields.
I'd rather get more totes at Waste Management, or somebody's gonna dump and get this to picnic tables, but what did you guys talk about this at all, or have you heard about this?
Yes, and we have 4 out right now. The other ones are still in the shop to be put together. Nothing is drilled correct. We go through and drill 89 holes to make them right. They were not put together very good. The other aspect is like you said, who's gonna dump them, and we have Waste Management contracted for this already. We have 8 totes over at Bass Lake, we could bring a couple more over here and spread them out. Usually 3 to 4 maybe get filled over there, and then there's 4 more, there's 8 up on top and there's 4 down on the bottom. So we could bring 4 more, put 2 more around at the ball fields, but they'd have to be accessible to the truck to be able to dump. They'd still have to walk a little bit to put the trash in there, but, that's just human nature. With the cans themselves, we have them at the park, or at the cemeteries, and they are very nice. Once you get them back together, they're not gonna blow away or anything, but the cans, inside the cans are, the 55-gallon tough cans or whatever they're pretty nice cans. They can be pulled out at any time. But then we'd have to bring them over here and dump them in the dumpster. I mean, I'm saying that we could pull them out, anybody could pull them out. It's not, there's no fastening them down, you can't,
Yeah, they're 32 gallon.
yes, well, okay, you can't secure them in there. We have to put holes in the bottom to drain the water, cause they're open top, where the other ones are flip lid and they're mostly closed. It just,
Let me see what the deadline is for this. But I think there's a deadline coming up on this.
I gotta get picnic tables, but
the picnic tables, I mean, we had, it was from the same company, Uline. I don't know if anybody's ever bought anything from Uline, but those particular cans were, more than,
No, I don't see that.
more than a pain. It was 4 hours of 2 guys putting one together. So it was not real friendly. The picnic tables, we had to drill 2
February
holes,
2nd.
and 4 guys can barely move them.
yeah, one meeting.
Yeah,
I'd like to understand it a little better, but what's the,
There must be a big difference between the need for trash in the summer with baseball fields
Yes, the summer,
compared to winter.
it gets, used a lot more in the summertime with parties and the ball fields, the soccer fields, the flag football, tennis and the pickleball courts. And like I say, 3 to 4 out of the 8 usually get filled in a week, and that's not including somebody driving through there with the household trash and putting it in. We get a lot of that also. The
So we
ball-
have 8 now?
We have 8 up on the top, we have 4 down in the second pavilion. And the ball fields each have, well, the softball fields have their own cans.
but there's like no can at like the playgrounds, there's no plan. So it's like what ends up happening is, like here, there's no can by this playground, so people drop their stuff. So
Not
they
right,
have a can
not
by
right
it.
now, there's a can usually right there.
I told,
There's a
There's
tote right
there
there,
at the ball
a
field.
tote back here and a tote over there.
you wanna look into it a little bit? We have one
We have one more meeting
We have one meeting.
We can decide at the next meeting.
Yep.
I would appreciate that.
Okay. All right, did we make a motion, Tom?
We never did a motion.
Okay. Next one.
Yes.
So what do we need to just read?
Written at the bottom.
Is it this? Okay.
I'll give some background. When we applied for the capital project from the state of Ohio, they wanted a conference call. I attended the conference call, and basically they were not willing to fund the whole project. So we have to commit half the money for the truck. So that is what we are doing. We're amending that application as Mr. McCaskey reads the motion.
I make a motion, to amend the 2025-26 capital project information worksheet item number 6 to allow a local contribution up to $115,253.
Second.
Yes.
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 And that's no guarantee, we're just
That's
hoping
right.
for the best,
Yep.
it's just going for it.
Yeah, if we didn't do this, they weren't gonna hear it at all.
Right, okay. Good work. Hopefully.
This go on, Tom?
The resolution should be in there.
You ready?
Yeah.
Resolution 2024-01, to the Auditor of Geauga County, Ohio. You are hereby requested to issue your warrant upon the county treasurer of the county, of said county, in favor of Todd as fiscal officer of Munson Township, said county, for real estate advances, total amount available of all funds per memo dated November 14th, 2023, from the Geauga County Auditor. Dates of advance for 2024 collection period are as follows: January 19th, 2024, February 16th, 2024, June 26th, 2024, July 12th, 2024. Of the current collection of taxes assessed and collected for and in behalf of said Munson Township, which shall be held and treated as an advance payment on the current collection of taxes due said Munson Township at the ensuing settlement as provided by law, pursuant to resolution adopted by Munson Township trustees on Tuesday, January 9th, 2024.
As presented.
As presented, yeah. Sure.
I was thinking, but I didn't say it.
Damn it.
Second.
Yes.
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 Just for the record, that's perfunctory, we do that every year at this meeting, and it allows the auditor's office to send us the collected real estate tax, our collected real estate tax. We don't have to wait till the end of the collection period to get it all in one lump. We get actually 3 different deposits from the auditor's office.
Other business? Outside other meetings?
I know. Planning commission is one.
Any public comment? Yes, fine.
Hi, Donna Stooley, 12505 Heath Road. I'm just following closely the zoning stuff with Basil Place. And sensitive to zoning and that we are a rural community and like to stay rural. And I understand about agritourism and I know how it works. But I would just ask the trustees to please be sensitive to the needs of the neighbors. I know in townships we don't have noise ordinances, but I'd like to ask our trustees to consider that possibly for the future of Munson Township, because when we're having these types of events in the middle of residential neighborhoods, it is very disturbing to some of the neighbors, and there have been several complaints about Basil Place. So just to be considerate of the neighbors, please consider some noise ordinances so they can have some peace in their home.
That is one of the things that I'm going to talk at the OT. There's a section on that, so I'm going to sit down on that one for sure.
Thank you.
Glenn?
I'd piggyback off her with Glenn Kinder, 10708 Sherman. Regarding Basil Place, I would like to see them, if they're going to have hours that they close at 11, that they close at 11, not that you can, get 6 or 8 drinks and be there until 2 a.m. I mean, just for the sake of their neighbors who have children, if they have an event on a Sunday night, those kids don't need to be kept up till 2 a.m. with music and that because of some gray area. I think I would like to see them spell it out that they close at, when my daughter got married, the hours where we had to be out of there at midnight, and midnight meant out, not get a drink at midnight and sit there for 2 hours. So I just think that clarification needs to be there. Talking about the Go Green grant, is it possible that that money could be applied for and used to buy the polywood ourselves? And since we have some tables, could we use one as a pattern and build our own tables? Would that be any cheaper? Because I think the polywood tables are tables that withstand withering a lot more than wood. So therefore it cuts down your replacement costs. It cuts down the fact that you have to store these tables if you want to put them inside or under shelter in the winter, that those tables could stay outside. And I'm just wondering if we could reconsider and think about, could that money be applied for and used for to buy polywood, and we use one of the tables that we build, or even build our own benches. I mean, once you get a table, and like Kurt said, if it comes apart, you have to put it together. You got a pattern, so it wouldn't be so hard to duplicate it.
Anything else?
Steve Hairston, 12190 Country Oaks Trail. I need to speak up also about Basil Place. A month ago, we heard from the Dustmans who live adjacent to the Basil Place property. I urge you to ask Basil Place ownership, management to meet with neighbors that are impacted so that they understand the impact that they have.
Yeah, they are willing to do it.
Well, please get it scheduled because it's only fair to the neighbors. They need, in my opinion, to define a noise attenuation system. Closing at midnight or 11 o'clock doesn't help when the noise is obnoxious at 6 o'clock. The night of the famous party, I was walking my dog. And I walked to the cul-de-sac, which is in front of Dustin's home. There's a rise on our street, and I was at the top of the rise and hearing that noise. And as I proceeded down the hill to the cul-de-sac, I was astonished at how loud it was, and I literally was looking in the Dustman's yard. Mr. Dustman is 82. Don't publish that. I didn't expect that they were partying like that, but the noise was so obnoxiously loud that I thought the party was in their yard. The way that the facility is built, the concrete barn, there are overhead doors that face north and south. That southerly facing door is pointed not in a direct line, but pretty close to a direct line to the Dustman's property. So the reverberation inside that barn echoes like a speaker, and that noise comes straight south and straight north. I don't know how it's affecting the people on Nantucket. I only speak to Country Oaks. But to me, they need to devise, maybe get an acoustic engineer, some noise attenuation, some baffles. I don't even think plantings are going to do it. I've got pictures here. They've got still some wooded areas. It's not attenuating that noise. So please ask them to meet with the neighbors and suggest that they present a noise attenuation proposal.
Any other comments?
John Conley, 12755 Palatka Drive. It's good to see Chief Batty back. Glad to have you back. And just a clarification on the tanker, 1 February. Is that the infamous transfer of the title?
That is correct.
Awesome, good job.
I think we cut Glenn off. He's
No,
just
it's
itching to
okay.
come
No,
back. Speak
you
now
know
or
you
forever
always
hold your
hear from me.
peace.
You know you always hear.
You're itching, Glenn.
I just wanted to add to that, the green one for the Pollywood. I know that we have a couple, Eagle Scouts, that are looking for Eagle Scout projects. And perhaps that could be, I know we're working with one Eagle Scout now through the park board to do, a kiosk. And I'm just thinking that that might be a possibility to consider going down that avenue. I don't know how much, money you would get, how much lumber you could buy with that, and how much work would be involved with making patterns and cutting the lumber and stuff and putting, but I think it's worthwhile to consider it.
Anything else? Okay, last call, cover sheet.
Make a motion to approve the cover sheet as presented.
Second.
Yes.
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 motion to adjourn at 7, oops, oh.
Nate can adjourn his first meeting.
There you go.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:04 PM.
Second,
Yes.
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 Nate, now, next meeting, you'll see if you can beat that time.